Hello everyone. The next quick question on the graph is given a graph stored in the memory, and how will you decide whether that given graph which is present in the memory is complete in nature? So first of all, what is complete graph? Complete graph is a graph in which every vertex is connected to every other vertex in the graph. For example, if I take one as I and remaining vertices as j, then this I is connected to all j's, and this is valid for every other vertex present in the graph. So all the vertices are solely connected to all other vertices present in the graph. If you represent this graph in the memory, then it will be a symmetric with complete matrix. That is, diagonal elements will be zero, and the elements which are present above the diagonal and below the diagonal will be one. Since this is an undirected graph and they are asking whether the undirected graph is complete in nature or not, then what you are required to look into is whether all the entries either in the upper triangular or in the lower triangular are 1. If they are 1, then you can always take this graph as a complete undirected graph. Next question on this is how many edges will be there in this undirected graph if there are n vertices. For example, if there is a graph with 5 vertices, n equal to 5, the number of edges will be 10, because we say that if I take 1 comma 2 in an undirected graph, it is equal to 2 comma 1. So you don't have to store 2 comma 1 if you have already stored 1 comma 2. Hence, all these entries either in the upper triangular or either in the lower triangular will be 0. If I take upper triangular, then the lower triangular will be 0. So if I have n equal to 5, then I have 10 edges here. And the formula goes like this. It is n into n minus 1, that is 5 into 4 divided by 2. That is 5 number of vertices. N minus 1 will be 4, the connection, divided by 2, because every connection has two traversal. 1 comma 2 is equal to 2 comma 1. So if I want to derive the formula for undirected graph, it will be n into n minus 1 divided by 2. Let's go to the directed graph. If I say directed graph, then it is not same as undirected. The entries will be distinct. Hence, it will be a complete matrix which is symmetric in nature. If I say 5 vertices, then there will be 10 entries above the diagonal and 10 entries below the diagonal, which represents a separate path. For example, if I say 1 to 2 is 1, then 2 to 1 will be also 1, and it will be counted separately. So in this case, the matrix will be complete symmetric matrix, and in the undirected it will be complete, but either it will be lower triangular or it will be upper triangular, whatever way you want to store it. So memory requirement will be exactly half in the direct undirected graph, and in the directed graph it will be double. For example, here we have 10 locations 1 in the upper triangular and 10 locations 1 in the lower triangular. So total number of entries in this matrix will be 20, and the formula for this will be n into n minus 1, but there will not be any division, there will not be any divide by 2. So hope you understood this idea. Thank you very much.